All right, guys, today I got you here at one of my rental properties. I'm turning it into a studio apartment, so I had to make some adjustments in the bathroom. I added a shower stall here beside me, which is where the vanity used to sit, and I put a water heater in right next to where the camera's at. So it's a pretty small bathroom, and I had to make the best with the room I had available. So I bought me this really small little vanity. You can pick these things up from Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot. You can get them off Amazon, local hardware store, wherever. But I picked this thing up, and it's a 17-inch wide vanity. So it'll fit right here inside the door. I'm going to show you how to install that today. So this is just a freestanding vanity. You can see I've just got the top sitting on it, and I've already got water and a drain ran to this vanity, and I'll show you what I've got inside this cabinet here soon, but I'm just going to show you how to set a faucet in here and hook your drain up and also hook your water lines up. And then I'll probably also screw this vanity to the wall so that it won't move and it stays in place good. I'm going to show you what I got inside this cabinet here. I already ran, it's a 2-inch drain, and I ran it up to a 1.5 inch quick connect fitting here. That way I can just grab one of those off the shelf P-traps. It's actually an S-trap that goes in here, and I'll hook this up, and I'll put a pop-up drain in that hole right there on the sink. And then you can see I've got a hot and a cold water line here, and they're both set up with one of these quarter turn ball valves. Got both these set up in here. I got that ran the other day. So if you were going to do this from the start, you would have to measure and drill your holes for your water line and your drain line to come up in here. Or if they were already in place, what would have been best is if they were already in place and they came through the wall, because you could have just slid this thing right back up there in place and you would have had your drain and your water line coming out. But we're going to get started, and I'll show you how to hook her all up. So I picked this guy up from Menards. I think it was 50 bucks. They had it on sale, and I'm kind of stuck with the type of faucet I can get. This has one knockout hole, or one cutout in the faucet install spot. So some of the ones you buy, they'll have 3 holes, one in the center and 2 smaller ones on the side. It's gonna get you a 3-hole faucet. This is just a 1-hole. And you gotta be careful because you need a 1-hole that has multiple water connections coming down, so you can hook up to your hot and your cold. You can see there's the hole where I'm going to slide the faucet through from the top side. Here's my faucet. All right, guys, so I like to go ahead and get my hoses hooked up to my faucet first. I don't have to try and lay on my back and do that while it's up inside the little vanity. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this on there. And it says to apply Teflon tape to these threads. The type of hose I have actually has a rubber seal in it, so there's no need to do that because the sealing surface won't be on the threads. It'll be this rubber seal up against the inside of this fitting here. I went and got me a wrench that fits this smaller fitting on here, because you want to hold that steady. If not, as you're tightening this bigger nut, you risk twisting and breaking this copper solder right here. So you want to make sure you hold this solid while you tighten that nut. Now you're going to feed this all down through this hole here. You have to take it one fitting at a time. All right, so it turns out both hoses aren't going to fit through connected. So I have to take one back off. We're going to slide through the one hose. And then now we should be able to, yep, now it should clear. Goodness gracious, man. Why such a tight fit? All right, got that slid down in there. So we are gonna have to get on our back and tighten that other hose. Joke is on me there. Now we've got this contraption here. And this is the retaining clip that is gonna hold this faucet to the vanity top. Looks like we've got a little nut here. It's gonna tighten this clamp down. Hold on, let me get a flashlight. Let's see. You see that little bolt in the back there? That's what we're gonna slide through this hole, and then from the bottom side, we're gonna tighten this nut. Don't actually know if you can see anything there, but we're gonna try it. Goodness gracious, this is a tight fit. Oh, come on now. Be there, baby. Woo! Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. You're just going to tighten that bad boy up. And you're going to want to keep this bracket kind of centered. It says on the instructions, use 2 people so someone can hold the faucet straight up top while you tighten this down here, but we don't have that luxury. So, we can go back up here. Kind of straighten this up, square it up a little bit. I'm gonna put you back down, all right? Sorry. Tighten this up a little more. Hold that in place. Put your wrench on there. All right. That is plenty tight right there. You can see, there it is. That's what's gonna hold that faucet in place. Now, since we couldn't get these to connect, you see, I reused that hose. There's a little rest on it. I'd probably get new hoses if you've got that luxury. Ouch. We can get our other hose. Get that thing started. Can't hold on to you while I do this part, but I'm gonna grab that wrench that I had before, was a 7/16. I'm gonna hold that top nut and I'm gonna tighten down this bottom fitting. Our hoses are plenty long and I'm just reusing the ones I had before. So we are going to, oops, tighten these bad boys on. Alright, got that little bad boy tightened up. Could be a cleaner job if you got a long or a shorter hose, or if I wouldn't have brought these water lines up so high. That one's on me there, guys. That one's on me. The same with the cold. Looky there. Beautiful. All right, now to the drain side of things. All right, guys, they sent this cute little pop-up drain, and you could tell there's 2 O-rings on here. There is there's one there. This is the second one. This is the thicker one. They say this one goes on the bottom, and this one here is gonna go up top to seal it between the sink and this top lip here. No room. Okay, fine. All right, we're gonna slide this down here. Oops. And like I said, we've got that top O-ring on there. And then from the bottom, we're gonna slide this O-ring in place. All right. You can see I've got that O-ring slid up there in place, and then they gave me this nut to tighten down. Goodness. All right, I got that tightened down, good and snug. Now I'm gonna get my trap that I bought. All right, I also picked up this bad boy from Menards, and it was, I think, $8 or $9, so not a lot. And I'm gonna show you how to put this in, so that you can match up to your tailpipe here. This is 1¼ inch pipe. So I just went ahead and slid the nut up on top and then the little O-ring underneath it. And you're gonna slide the top end of this trap on here. Tighten that down. I'm gonna leave it just a little bit loose and just snug it up so that I can move this as needed. As you can see, I slid one of the O-rings and a nut onto this side so I can tighten up that and it'll seal against that trap. And then I slid a nut and I need to slide an O-ring on this other side. So it'll seal against this pipe down here. All right, you can see I slid one end of this S-trap down into the drain pipe, and I've got a O-ring and a nut to seal that. And then the other end here, so you can see this. The other end here is at the top, and it goes into this side of the trap. And then it'll hook there, and we'll hook to this tail piece we got coming down. I like to get everything started before you go crazy tightening anything down. And then that's, let's get this one started back here. There we go, and I'm gonna snug these all the rest of the way down. One last thing I like to do that I forgot to tell you guys about is I like to screw the vanity into the wall so that it can't move, it doesn't rock or anything. I just use my stud finder here, and I actually, to make it easier, I went on top of the wall here and I scanned for studs, Once I found them, I went straight down and I put a screw in through this back wooden board here into the wall. I drilled a hole through the board back here so that I was just grabbing into the wall, and I would pass straight through this board. That way I could squeeze it tight against the wall. And I ended up having a stud, one on each side here. Right now I don't have my water heater hooked up, so I can't test my hot supply, but I can turn on the cold water supply here, and we're gonna run this sink and see how it does. We're gonna just check for leaks. Well guys, that's all it takes to put a vanity in. So if you have a vanity you're wanting to swap out, or you're wanting to put a new one in altogether, you can follow these steps and hopefully it's helpful to you. And if it is helpful to you, it would really go to furthering the channel if you'd like and subscribe to my page. Until next time, guys.